Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my educational channel. Today in this lecture we are going to study about Six Sigma. This term you might have heard earlier, but today in this lecture we will see that what Six Sigma means and how it is very much helpful to businesses. So let's first read the definition of the Six Sigma. It says a comprehensive and flexible system for achieving, sustaining, and maximizing business success by minimizing defects and variability in processes. Now, if you see that it's a flexible system and it is helping us to achieve, to sustain, and maximizing business success. Any business that has entered into the market or just have started its work would like to stay for a longer period of time in the market. According to the accounting principle that we have studied, like that is a ongoing concern. The businesses are in opening and they're coming and they are launching their products in the market just for the sake of ongoing concern. No, any business is coming in the market for 1 month or 2 months or just for sake of 1 year. They are coming with the thought that they have to stay in the market for an infinite period of time, as longer as they can. So sustaining is all about it. How you can manage yourself to be successful in staying in the market regardless of all hindrances that you face or challenges you face, your threats and opportunities you see. And the concern is that you maximize the success of the business. And how you can achieve it with Six Sigma? It helps us by minimizing the defects. This defects minimization is a very important thing that help us to achieve all of these things with the help of minimizing the defects and variability in the process. So two things are going to lead us to our desired results. The first is when we are minimizing the defects. The second is when we are minimizing the variability in the process. Defect means that something which is not able to be used. Okay, and variability means that when we are generating different results or differences in products each time that we do, either it's a service, either it's a product, but each time whenever we are doing its process of manufacturing or providing a service, the results are different each time. That is the variability, and Six Sigma is focusing on that to eliminate the defects as much as possible and to reduce the variability as much as possible. Now here we are looking at how Six Sigma is helping us to locate our processes, our outcomes at the target place. It's not letting us go from off the target, and also it is helping us to position our processes on the target or near the target. So here in the first picture, you can see that the outcomes, these are the outcomes, various X marks that you are seeing, these are the outcomes that we have generated are away from the target area. This one is a target area. This circle is a target area. They are away from the target area. Also that they are much scattered, which says that the variation is high. Okay, due to the variation they are away from each other, so each outcome is different from the previous one. Each outcome is not matching with the previous one, so they are much scattered, and also they are away from the target area. So we say process average is okay, but too much variation. Then in the other place we see the variability is quite low, but they are off the target, which simply means that they are different from what we have decided. There's a much less variability in the outcomes, but they are not matching the target area or the target or the benchmark that we have decided. So we say the process variability is okay, but the process is off the target. So taking both of the conditions, when the process is away from the target and the spread is huge. So if we eliminate or reduce both of these, then what we will get, if we reduce the spread, if we center the process, then we will get something like this picture, that our outcomes, all of the outcomes will be coming to the center area, to the target place that we have decided here. And also the spread between the outcomes will be very low. The variability is almost not seen here. So we say that we have achieved this through Six Sigma. We have achieved this by using Six Sigma. This is the significance of Six Sigma. It helps you to the variability variability differences, and it helps you to achieve that target that you have decided, the benchmark that you have set. Furthermore, the Six Sigma was originally developed by the Motorola for its manufacturing operations, and the Six Sigma theory is basically relating to achieve the low defects output by developing the processes whose mean output for a performance measure is plus minus 6 sigma. Now by mean, I actually mean the averages. Okay, I actually am talking about the averages, that we take the average. So we say that if there should be a variability, then it should be within the range. We are not saying that nothing in this world is perfect. Okay, everything is having some imperfection. So our processes also does have it, and whatever we create, we make, or the same dish we every time cook has a slight variation, but that variation is quite difficult to detect, right? So we are talking about that if the variation is there, then that should be in between the range. It should not go out of the range and it becomes easy to detect. So in Six Sigma, we say from this our mean, the Six Sigma is going to have plus minus, means ke plus 6 deviations positive and minus 6 deviation. It means that we can move from plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5 to plus 6. 6 positions we can go forward and 6 positions we can come backward. So that is acceptable. Now, another example that I can give you for understanding this is, just imagine that there is a bakery who is producing a cake. Okay, they are baking a cake, and in every cake they put some sugar, salt, oil, and other ingredients to bake it. Suppose that you have got 4 to 5 cakes in front of you, and you are asked to take a bite from every cake. Then out of all the cakes, you will find some, if there is a huge variability, then you will find out the differences in every cake. Like one cake might be having a little increase of salt, another might be having a absence of a little bit sugar, and the other one might be not too spongy as the other cakes are, or other one might be baked too much than the other ones. So the differences are there, different parameters are considered here, different on behalf of different parameters, the cake's variability is there. So we say that these are those variabilities that are not acceptable. The variable range is that there are the differences, but they are not easily detectable, and if they are detected but they do not change the taste of or the feel of that particular product or a service, so that is the acceptable range. So Six Sigma is going to work on it. Then we say focuses on reducing variation in processes as well as centering processes on their target measure of the performance. This is very important to bring your performance on the target. So either flaw too much variation or off target process degrades performance of the process. So if you are too away from the target, or even if you have too much variation, so both of these things are very harmful for your business. You should consider things. In example, suppose a mortgage loan department of a bank might advertise loan approval decision in 2 days. If the actual performance ranges from 1 day to 5 days with an average of 2 days, those customers who had to wait longer than 2 days would be upset. So process variability causes customer dissatisfaction. Definitely, when there is a variability, the customers become dissatisfied. So last time what they experienced is not this time what they are experiencing. And on the behalf of the present experience they have, they will decide the future decision to buy from you or not. So every business wants to give a good experience of their services or products this time, so that next time the customer should come back. So here in this example, if the average time of the loan approval is 2 days, but if the days are increased from the 2 days, like 1 day more or 2 day more, the customers are going to get dissatisfied. So this is what is said to be the process variability, where we should have to be on 2 days for the approval of the loan. Similarly, if actual performance consistently produce loan decisions, even if the loans are being issued to the customers, even if they are being, given the loans, but within the 3 days, the now days are increasing, right? All the customers would be dissatisfied, because they, even if they are getting their loans, even if they are allowed to get the loan, but the loan procedure is taking more time than the average time, so that's why they are dissatisfied. So simply Six Sigma approach is helping us to align our processes within the target performances, and with the variability which is low in numbers. So here's the Six Sigma improvement model that is based on the statistical process control. These are the steps that we should do for the Six Sigma improvement, starting with the step define, in which we have to determine the characteristics, the features of the process's outputs, which are very important to our customer satisfaction. And also we have to identify any gaps that are between these characteristics and process capabilities. So if there are existing gaps are existing, we have to fill the gaps. For this, we have to use flow charts and the process charts to document the processes, because when we are able to see that these are the processes, these are the steps that we have to do for our manufacturing or to provide a service, then only we can find that where are the gaps and what gaps need to be filled. Step number 2 is to measure. We have to quantify the work, the processes or the process does that affect the gap. So without quantifying, it's not possible. We have to select what to measure. Okay, we have to first decide that which thing we are going to measure. We have to identify the data sources, and also we have to prepare a data collection plan. Step number 3 goes to analyze. When we use the data on measures to perform process analysis, that data is now going to help us analyze and to make a further decisions about the things. So we also have to use here the tools that we used in step number 1. These are called the Pareto charts, scatter diagrams, and cause and effect diagrams, and a statistical process control. So these techniques will help us to analyze our data. Step 4 is to improve, modify, or redesign existing methods to meet the new performance objectives. Implement the changes. So from analyzing step number 3, what we have decided, what we have got, what we have understood, we have to go and implement that over here in step number 4. We have to implement the changes. After we have implemented the changes, the step comes for the controlling, where we monitor whatever we have, the changes we have created, the work that we have done. We have to monitor it, we have to check it, we have to reassure it that it is now meeting to the standard, it is to the performance levels that we have decided. And once again, we will be using here those tools that we have been using in step number 1 and 3, called as the Pareto charts, bar charts, scatter diagrams, as well as statistical process control tools, to understand and to make decisions that if we have improved our production or our processes as suggested by the Sigma improvement model or not. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you got something from it. Thank you so much, and we will meet in the next video. Allah Hafiz.